Good morning. As we begin Pride Month, I think about the efforts of people to create spaces for welcoming and joy, unconditional love and acceptance. And the wonderful thing is, if you do this in one area of your life, it's likely to spill over, creating more of the same in other places. Because that's what we're actually doing, is creating a habit of love. In light of that, these are my following comments to the Ottawa County Commissioners at the last board meeting last Tuesday. That wasn't meant to be funny, but thank you. Pride festivals will be happening in Ottawa County soon, in Grand Haven and Holland specifically, and we need the health department there. I don't know if you're aware, there was a resolution to protect childhood because they didn't want the health department at places where they felt children were at risk, like the Pride Festival. I understand the resolution to protect children was aimed at keeping the health department and its staff away from Pride festivals. However, all of our citizens deserve the same access to those services for sexual health, mental health, and general health, as well as food assistance and the many other services that they provide. We do not bar the health department from other festivals, Coast Guard, for example. Their presence is seen as necessary, and it is no different in this instance. I know a lot of concern was directed at photos of kids at the drag performance part of the festival. This performance is no different than any other street performer, and this is where I started hearing some peanut gallery noise. And so I held my hand up, and I think it stopped. I don't know, I kept going. Musician, clown, balloon busker making balloon animal hats, Disney princesses at the zoo. Drag is not sexual. Drag is just dress up. It has no adverse effect on children, particularly the select portion of the county's population who choose to bring their children to Pride Fest, as I will do, who will not be surprised to see a drag performer, who are probably already more accepting of people very different by the nature of their parents' desire to cultivate a more empathetic and accepting attitude toward people. If this seems incongruous to you, I invite you to recall if you have any photos of your children on Santa's lap, screaming and crying, terrified, but held in his iron grip because you wanted a commemorative photo. These photos could just as easily be shown as proof of endangering children from parents who force them onto strangers against their will. It seems silly, doesn't it? They didn't laugh. Drag is just dress up, like Santa. No photos in any paper showed children any more terrified of a drag performer than you have up each Christmas and think fondly of. You cannot target a specific population to bar them access to the health department the way that you intend to do with Pride festivals. All citizens have a right to it, and you have an obligation to provide that same access, the same as any festival. You do not have to like it. That is okay. I offer to you that representation does not equal endorsement. You can pray for gay people, and you can provide health department services for the entire community. If you cannot do both, you are not fulfilling your obligation to the county. Meeting comments aside, LGBTQ, and I know there are more letters, I want to keep it short. Students are 140 more times likely than non-LGBTQ students to miss school due to safety concerns. 1 out of 3 attempt suicide or have suicidal thoughts. That is a public health crisis. We need our health department. However, youth raised in communities with pro-LGBTQ policies report fewer thoughts of suicide, and seeing themselves represented promotes values of acceptance in all human differences. And for a straight kid, seeing their gay parents loved and supported helps raise healthy kids. To those children, their parents are not less than. They are every bit as much as. And we will show them that we think so too, for themselves and for their families, every day. Thank you.